Hi, this is part 2 of the video. We're going to be going through the main garden box right here and the rest of the garden as well. So I hope you enjoy. See ya. Throughout the garden, I started growing wild strawberries. There are two types of wild strawberry from California that are native. Those are the beach strawberry and forest strawberry. I don't know. I'll put those up on the screen right now. I don't know which ones are which. Somebody better could probably tell, but there's two right here. 1, 2, and another one back there with the artichokes. I'll show you that right now. Yeah, all the way back there. I think I originally planted it over there, but all the rhizomes and stuff came over here. I guess they like the shade or something more. Non-natives, we got potato, onions. I don't know if they're green onions or whatever. Peppers, 1, 2. I just picked a tiny pepper off of that. It's definitely not their season right now. And kind of natives. I don't know where they're native to in California, but we got artichokes. Hi. So, I am wrong. Artichokes are not native to California. They are native to the Mediterranean region. From Morocco and Portugal to Greece, Croatia, and South France. It has become an invasive weed in the pampas of Argentina and is also considered a weed in Australia and California. So you can see by the map, there is a large concentration in the Mediterranean region, along with populations in South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, South America, and North America, with especially large concentrations in California here. So, I don't know where I heard that information from about it being native here, but always do your research and take everything with a grain of salt when you're when you hear it from the internet. Back to the video. Thank you. There's one big one right here, big boy, and a little one right there too. The big one's kind of squashing out everybody, but that's all right. Now just over the oregano bush, there are more seeds that I planted. Right there is the coastal bush sunflower. That one's doing pretty well. There's another one in here somewhere. I think that's it actually, right there. I also planted some peas and beans, so we'll see which one that is right there. Alright, so behind the big old not strawberry, behind the big old rosemary bush, there is the fragrant pitcher sage that I mentioned earlier. Very beautiful, smelly leaves. Let me get a closer look on those. Next on the list is Sacred Datura. This is a nightshade, like tomatoes and potatoes. Beautiful white flowers that I'll put on screen right now. I just planted this a couple weeks ago. It's grown one new leaf right there. We'll see how big it gets. And next to that is another Gilia. I don't know. We'll see which one it is. There's two, Bird's Eye Gilia and Globe Gilia. And then I got 2 stones back there in a log for the lizards and whatever underneath, all the isopods and worms and stuff. There's no salamanders here, sadly, but we'll see if they come back. Next to that, more strawberry, a grass that I'll put on screen right now because I forget, and elegant clarkias. Beautiful, beautiful pink flowers. They're coming back right now. Just needed some water. I can't tell if they're from seed because there used to be one that grew right there, or if it's coming back. Just went dormant. Next to all that, more yarrow. Yarrow everywhere. Don't know what that is. Maybe another Gilia. Maybe another Gilia. More coastal bush sunflower. And a good one right here. Waxy leaves. Very pretty yellow flowers, sunflowers. Behind that, giant wild rye. Grew from seed. That was also in the manzanita pot. You can tell. That's why the roots for the manzanita might have been a little inhibited. That is another pepper, not native, and another sacred datura that I put in there. Some more yarrow back there. Woo! A little tiny puppy. There you go, little tiny poppy. All right. And, oh, yeah. There's also a yucca. Hopefully that survives. I think a squirrel dug it out a couple weeks ago. I got a better one in a pot out in front that I can show right here. And then other than that, on this spot, got a little lizard play area. A little pot for them to hide in. That one's broken, so didn't lose anything. And these are all sticks that I don't use for the lizards inside anymore. Just a little overview of what we got. This is an olive tree my parents planted. Some elephant bush. More tillandsias. These are the big old bushes of tillandsia that I broke off to make the other pieces. In this area, nothing's really grown. I put a bunch of extra branches that I cut off from the olive tree. There were a couple poppies over there. Staghorn fern, not native, but very cool. Got that from my grandpa. A little puppy. A little squash. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. I believe this is a tall evening primrose. Beautiful yellow flowers. Creates a big old stalk. We'll see when it flowers. It's been growing for about a year, so that's pretty cool. Some more grasses in there. There's a yarrow back there. Used to be a bunch of gilias over here. That might be another tall evening primrose. Some more tillandsias, not native. More non-natives. We got pineapple, another non-native, spearmint, thyme, Christmas cactus, about to flower. Ooh. Yeah. Dragon something. Another non-native. These are all non-native. Spider plant. Non-native. More succulents. So this area gets hardly any sun, so it's kind of hard to grow stuff here, but stuff still grows. Got some poppies, some milkweeds that died or went dormant. Yarrow back there, trash. Need to clean that up. More of those grasses. I'll put that up on the screen right now. More grasses. There is milkweed in there too, dormant. Oh my god, there's a bird right there. Oh. Alright. Oh. No. Oh, there he is. As you've been hearing, there's lots of birds back here. And then, one of my favorites, another sunflower coyote brush. It's not that brown one, it's this leaf right here. There's a bunch of galls on it everywhere. Here, let's get a picture of those. So I'm not sure what that is or what animal it is, but there's an animal that laid its eggs in there on the leaf, and it's gonna come out, eat up the leaf. Probably a wasp or a fly. Alright. Next to that, more yarrow, more grass, more poppy. More milkweed. Hasn't come back. Probably not enough sun. And sagebrush. This is one of my favorites as well. Another sunflower. I don't know what all this is. Some kind of gall, maybe. If you rub your fingers on the leaves. If you rub your fingers on the leaves and then smell it, it smells super good, super smelly. Can also help with sickness. Next is the ceanothus, next to the sagebrush over there. Ceanothus, pretty blue flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers this is because I think it's a variety from Theodore Payne. So it's either blue or white. I think it was like a popcorn. Yeah, popcorn. Popcorn something. Theodore Payne doesn't have any, like, just non-horticultural ceanothus. So we'll see if I take this out or not. I mean, I don't think it's gonna flower anytime soon, but we'll see. Underneath the big old bird of paradise, we got the pond, which I'll show you in a second, and a ponytail palm. Ponytail palms are from Mexico area, so sort of native, sort of not. Also an indoor house plant for a lot of people. So we got the pond and the waterfall. My parents built the waterfall. They didn't build it, the workers did, but they had this waterfall built, water feature. I put some spider plants and a tillandsia. There's another tillandsia there, and another one there. And then we got deer grass, maybe? I'll figure that out again. Yerba buena or yerba manta. Get which one. I'll put that on screen too. I used to have gooseberry there and there, and scarlet monkey flowers there, and that used to be mugwort. I think all of these got shocked from not getting watered a whole lot to being directly in the pond, even though these are all kind of riparian area species. But the yerba buena and the deer grass is flowering. They made seeds and everything. I think right here. See that? Oh, it's a little wet. Oh well. Yeah, get a closer look on that. Forget what this name is, but there's willow. This is the same cutting from the earlier willow that I showed you. It just got way bigger. I had to cut that before I put it in the pond. And it hasn't grown from any of the big shoots yet, like this one or even this one. But it started growing just right down here. Oh, yeah. Started growing just right here. Pond water doesn't look great. A bunch of algae and whatnot. I tried getting a solar power pump shower that sprays water up to make the water move a little more, but it also gets drops from the waterfall. So this water is pretty stagnant. I need to figure out how to get a pump in there and make a little water feature inside. And this tank also used to have my bearded dragon and then my blue-tongued skink after that. So once we got those two bigger enclosures, this was kind of just sitting empty. So I figured, why not use it as a fish tank? Although there's no fishes, just a little pond. The water goes in there to the bottom, and then it comes out up there. There's nothing native over here, although I've tried sprinkling some seeds and whatnot, but nothing wants to grow over here because there's no sun because of this guy. More non-native stuff. Elephant bush succulent ponytail palm. This one's this like third biggest ponytail palm, although it's just like a stump. Same thing going on over here. Got elephant bush, ponytail palm, succulent. Tried sprinkling some seeds and stuff in there, and it grew a lot last year, but I repotted them. So this is the front yard area. I'm gonna try not to show my address. For the native plants, there is coastal buckwheat right here, Eriogonum latifolium. Also, also from Theodore Payne. This one has flowers. They already went to seed right there. If you take the flowers out, they look like that. Spread these around over here. So coastal buckwheat has bigger, wider flowers than the California buckwheat. And next to that is the California aster, a big old bush that I used to have in a pot for a long time. Used to have this in a pot for a long time, and it's doing very well. It's been flowering almost all year long. Beautiful pink, yellow flowers. Tried collecting some seeds, but this is the only plant like on my block. Kind of have that problem for a lot of my plants. I only bought one plant and I need to buy more to have more genetic diversity for the seeds. Next to that is a coast live oak that I put in here without my parents knowing. This one was pretty big when I put it in. I think it was about to this spot right here, and then recently it just started growing a whole lot up on top like that. California aster. Where is it? No? Where'd it go? Right there. So when it goes to seed, it looks like that. Could pluck that off. Got some right here. Little tiny seeds just blowing in the wind. Next to the barrel cactus, not native, is the big ol' milkweed, narrow-leaf milkweed. This one is definitely the biggest one of the bunch. My parents cut it back in the summer, or at the end of summer, because it was growing like all the way out over to this area. That's what all of this is like aphid poop or ladybug poop. But you can tell why it's called weed, because even all the way over there, there's little milkweeds popping up just from the rhizomes underneath. So there's a root or rhizome traveling from this plant all the way over there. And that happens a couple times. I think they pulled out the other one. But yeah. Ooh, bird. Over here on the front porch, got the frog. There is a jumping cholla right here that is growing. Oh my god, it's growing. That little thing is new. It just was like this piece right here in the middle, and that piece was a flower, maybe a fruit that fell off, but it's growing. It's growing. Very easy to grow. I never water this, and I just placed it down right there and it started growing. Next to that is what looks like a prickly pear, but it's one of the like houseplant varieties. I don't know what you call that. More succulents in that pot from my grandpa. Very, very prickly cactus. Succulent Christmas cactus. More ponytail palms. So we got the two small ones right here, but they're growing. They got a big old root ball. More succulents, and the chaparral yucca. Originally started with just that one, and then that started growing as well. Probably the same plant, although I put like 2 or 3 seeds in there. Now next to the other water feature, there are more tall evening primroses, telegraph weed, telegraph plant, whatever you like to call it. That grass again. And big old telegraph plants. Just like that. These get about my height, which is 6 feet. Pollinators love them. A little ladybug. Some lupin. Definitely needs some water. I thought this was chia seed, or chia. We have a native chia, but it's some type of sunflower. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Oh, this is a pepper. There was an owl's clover in here. I don't know if that's what this is or this thing back here. It's probably just all the stuff birds bring up here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be uploading the spring version of the videos very soon. See ya.